Well, hello and welcome back. Oh, it's incense. Look at that. It's missing the tip. Let's get a message in here, okay? No particular theme. We'll see what the theme is with the oracle cards, but we are looking to be empowered here. All right, that's the point. Okay, so let's start with an element. Fire, dynamic. Fire. That's some powerful energy. Dynamic. Dynamic is energy in motion. Okay. Let's get a couple of these. Eight of Roots. That's the Eight of Earth. So we're talking about work. We're talking about getting it done. We're talking about putting your energy, all of your energy, your talent, your skills and abilities into something, right, to bring it to fruition. Being focused on it, determined, disciplined, consistent. Okay? Not distracted by people, places, things that could get in the way of your development, the development of you, development of something that will bring stability to your life, that will nurture, or not, excuse me, that will nourish you, that will, enhance your human experience. The Nine of Arms. That's anxiety, that's worry, that's fear-based energy, okay? This is not expecting the best, this is expecting the worst. Okay. I'm also seeing a spirit here. I don't know if you can see that, but this person is focused on this energy here. It's a haint, being haunted by something that really doesn't mean you well. More than that, this is mental energy. Okay, this is mental energy. It's not really real. It depends on how badly this Nine of Swords affects you. Depends on how much energy you give it, if you believe it or not. Okay. Yeah. Worry, anxiety, fear is getting in the way. One more oracle card and then we'll pull tarot. The Well, dreams. Okay. Dreams. This could literally be dreams, the dreams that you dream. Something in your dream has a message for you. This could also be just you fulfilling your dreams. Something getting in the way of fulfilling the dream. Something is contaminating the well, which is more than likely this Nine of Arms energy. It's contaminating the well, okay? Contaminating the dream, the goal, the creativity, right? Your ability to create something, your ability to access your tools effectively. We have earth, we have fire, and we have air here, and now water. These are all the elements, the elemental forces that work together. Okay, so something is off here. I do see that air is off. The mind, your mental energy, which has to do with your beliefs, your thoughts, what you say, whether or not something is true, you being authentic, you taking authority, that type thing. Okay, so let's pull some tarot, shall we? There it is, the Nine of Knives, same energy. So yeah, there's a lot of anxiety here, a lot of worry, a lot of fear, which is understandable in these times. Most of us know what this is, and it's really important for us to have the ability to use our tools effectively to keep us from being overcome or overwhelmed by fear, by worry. okay, to realize or hold on to what is real and not allow the toxicity or the pollution, right, of the outside world to affect our ability to remain pure, to keep our air running clear, to keep our air purified, right? We're taking responsibility for ourselves. We're not allowing other people, the outside world, the misinformation, the chaotic energy, the fear-based information, okay, to infiltrate our lives, to make us ineffective, to make us fearful, not doing the work or not doing what needs to be done, not investing in ourselves, not returning to the earth, not, relying on something outside of yourself to save you. All right, let's see. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. What is your intuition saying? What is going on in the water? This is about emotional awareness, this Page of Cups energy. Being emotionally aware, emotionally in tuned, so that you align with where your soul is leading you. You align with divine intelligence as opposed to, what other folk, all the stuff that's going on outside of you. You align with that. You remember who you are. And you can identify when there are pollutants in your cup, when there's pollutants in your waters. And you do what needs to be done to keep the well from being contaminated. So you have to identify these fears. You have to identify your triggers. You have to identify the external influences, the interference that throws you off your game, that extinguishes your flame, right? So when we have too much air blowing, okay, air fuels fire. But if it's too much, honey, it will put it out. If your fire ain't, if it's not raging already, the fuel comes from the earth energy. Okay, that's where trees come out of the earth. Trees are part of the earth energy, right? And so we get wood, we burn wood and other things, material things that fuel the fire. If there's too much water, what happens? Extinguish the fire, right? Too many emotions, emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, so you see how these elemental forces are working together. The air can contaminate the water. Air being your mental realm, toxicity, pollution, lies, chaotic information, all that. Okay, the way in which, because water is programmable, it's highly programmable. We can speak into water and water will receive that and it will, it'll change. Okay, it'll respond. Literally, it will respond. Water is alive, babies. Okay, water is alive. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. It's an entity. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. There's that fire. Do you see her energy? This is the energy you need to embody. Sorry, my phone's on. Let me turn this thing off. All right. This is the energy you need to embody. You see that warrior energy? You see that? She looks like a panther. Like a black panther. Hello. Ready. Okay? Not about to have her fire extinguished. You understand what I'm saying? Dynamic energy. How are you using it? Oh, there is a panther on here. I just noticed that. Look. There is a panther. You see that cat? Yeah. there's a balance here. I'm also feeling protection, protecting your cup, protecting yourself. Okay. Knowing when to give in to ease, like to have ease, and then knowing when to take action or to be forceful, having a balance between those two. This is really about you coming into your own power, coming into your power and using your power effectively, and not allowing yourself to succumb to powerlessness with the external stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Being overcome by this fear-based energy. To remember who you are. Remember your power. Okay? Remember your talents, your skills and abilities. Tap into them. Tap into them. We don't need to do things the way that, the systems set it up for us to do. Some of us do. Some of us need to do that, But we are naturally gifted, naturally talented, and we have access to so many resources, despite the things that, institutions set up for you. We have access to so many resources. Okay, we are all naturally born with a talent, a skill, or an ability, or an affinity to something. Maybe it needs to be developed. Maybe you need to learn a little bit more about it. Maybe you understand what I'm saying? But we need not to ignore or avoid the gifts that we've been given. Some of us has more than one. Okay, and sometimes that could be a problem, because it's like, okay, well, I love them all equally. I can do this and I can do that. I love them, and sometimes it takes a minute for you to discover, which path in your giftedness that you need to take or focus on. Wheel of Fortune, things are moving or has the possibility of moving into better times, okay? The changing of fate is what the card says, but it's all about change. It's about life moving forward. Whether you're in a great season, a beautiful season in your life right now, you might be moving into one that is a little hard, a little challenging, much like winter, okay? But this feels like preparation for a new way, a new path, a new experience, the spring, right? Allowing this energy, this Knight of Knives energy, to die, to be released, to make way for the new, to be ignited. This feels like spring to me. It feels like spring. Water and fire, the water and the sun. Okay? It's really important to stay connected to the divine intelligence that flows through you. To trust it, to develop it, to grow it, to prioritize it, to keep you strong. Right? To keep you in this Knight of Wands energy. And there's still development from here. This is mission oriented. Okay? The Knights are all about preparing for a transition, and the transition is coming in this Wheel of Fortune, the change that is happening. And you have to be flexible. You have to be adaptable here. You can't be stuck. You have to move. Energy is needed. Activation is needed. Okay, so in whatever way that you need to activate, you can do that work on your own to figure out what you need to do to light yourself up and come out of the darkness. And to not get comfortable in this fear-based, anxiety-ridden, worrisome energy that does nothing but deplete you, drains you, keeps you from being active. Okay? Let's see. What else do I need to pull on? What am I feeling? It may benefit some of you to change your diet, what you put into your body, what you consume, even social media, on the phone, whatever it is you're consuming. You feel what I'm saying? Be very, very deliberate about what you consume, what you take in. Because there's a lot of distraction going on here. Yeah, the divine wants you to get into yourself. Get in there. That's what I'm hearing. Get in there. Get in there. Stop avoiding or allowing yourself to be distracted. But this is the time for you to activate into this spiritual warrior or this warrior energy. To fight for yourself, right? To fight for your life or the life that you want. To fight for change. Using your fire effectively. Yeah, the despair. We're not surrendering to despair. Because this is in you. This is in you. Dynamic energy, right? It's definitely time, or this is definitely an opportunity for you to reclaim your personal power, because that's what that fire is about, your personal power. You are not powerless. Tap into your passion, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Even if you have to take small steps or do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, to get that fire, you need to be ignited. Ignite it, light it up, strike the match, and then fuel it with the right actions, with the right things, with the right thoughts, Feed yourself empowering information. Empower yourself through sacred teachings, whatever that might be for you. Okay? Sacred practices, whatever that might be for you. But do things that increase your confidence, increase the love that you have for yourself, right? Whatever those, and that could be a million different things, okay? And there's no one recipe for everybody, okay? It's up to you to do the work to figure out what resonates with you. What turns you on? You feel me? And at the same time, being able to detach from what turns you off. We know when things are turning us off. We don't like this, but we keep consuming it. We keep engaging with it. We keep exchanging energy with it. And we end up feeling like this. What the hell? Can y'all see that? Look at her. It's not focusing because of that picture over there. But look at her. No. Okay, all right, let's pull from the Inner Ecology Oracle. Okay. Fractals. All right, fractals are never-ending patterns. This is a reminder that big thing is just a bigger version of something small, and vice versa. What you do to the cell, you do to society. What you accomplish in your life, you accomplish for generations. Hello? Fractals are helpful to ponder because they help us understand how simply taking care of ourselves can be world changing. In moving towards positive change, it is easy to fixate on overwhelming, large-scale forces that evoke powerlessness and eventual burnout. Hello. This is an invitation to focus on how you can interact with the world in a way that is life-giving so that you can be a sustainable member of larger movements for positive change. You don't believe me? I'm going to put it up to the camera. If it'll focus, I don't know. Let me cover her up because she's tripping. She ruining it for everybody. There we go. Screenshot that if you want to. Pause it. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Do I even need to pull another card? I don't need to say anything else about that. Hello? Let's get some plant medicine out here. Plant medicine. Plant medicine. Come through. I think my cards are crooked, but nevertheless, all right. Here we go. Honeysuckle. Oh, the intention is play. That's what it says right there. But here's what it looks like. Honeysuckle. All right, so it says a radical but gentle healer. Honeysuckle has been used in folk medicine and magical workings for thousands of years. The sweet, cooling sensations of this botanical heal inflammation and clear the body of toxicity. Hello? Toxicity in the well? Contamination in the well, the emotional body? The mental body? Oh, okay, let's keep going. It has been used to soothe inflammation, manage blood sugar levels, reduce cancer risk, aid digestion, reduce brain swelling, improve respiratory health, and support the immune system. This flowering vine with nectar-bearing blossoms you can gently pluck and suck is used in spells for love, eroticism, and abundance. Honeysuckle is also associated with healing our relationship with the inner child and with play, inviting us to take pleasure in the moment. Take that how you want to take that. We used to suck the nectar out of these when I was small. I don't see these anymore where I live now. Hopefully when I move I'll see them again. But yeah, we used to suck on this nectar. Okay, take that how you want to take it, baby. One more card. The Art of Manifestation. I think I'm going to pull from here. Nah, not this one. Let's go here. Hoodoo Oracle. Okay. All right. What we got? Ancestral altar. Honoring and connecting with your ancestors. It's essential because they paved the way for our existence. Okay? So it might benefit you to create an ancestral altar, or to just venerate your ancestors and find out some divine information. You know, there may be an ancestral connection here that you may need to make yourself aware of. There may be some work you need to do on the ancestral plane or genetic plane. For those of you who are afraid of the word ancestor, I don't know why. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, there may be a message here for you. There may be some sort of fear-based anxiety, fear-based issues or anxiety that may stem from ancestral the word won't come out, you guys. I'm sorry. The ancestral energy. I don't know. You know, it may be something coming down the line, something you need to break, something you need to heal that has come down the line ancestrally, especially when it comes down to what is happening right now in this society right now. Being afraid, being anxious, being worried, as opposed to activating, you know, empowering yourself, tapping into your personal power, and being determined to be your authentic self, being determined to be courageous, being determined to not give in or give up, but to keep pushing. And when you do fall down, have the courage to get back up. You feel what I'm saying? Feel what you feel, but don't let it take you down and drown you. You understand? Be mindful of these thoughts that are unwanted, that come in and try to take away your authority. Okay? Anything else? Is there anything else I need to pull? Okay. I just heard this deck. This is my Big Mama deck. Let's see what the Big Mamas want to talk about, want to say. They have something to say, some advice from Big Mama. Some advice from Big Mama. The elders, the ancestors. Let's go. Let's go. Come through, please. In the spirit of love, truth, and wisdom, come through. In the spirit of love, truth, and wisdom, come through. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What is the encouragement here? What is the insight? What do we need to see? What do you have to say? Ashe. All right, let's see what Big Mama has to say. The old ladies. Temperature. We talking about heat? We talking about fire? Is it cold? Is it hot? What is it? Let's see. Stay inside or outside. Stop running back and forth. That's why I'm in my back and forth inside the house. Right? Okay, let's read the message. The message on the card. Calm down. The message on the card says, choose between staying inside or outside. Avoid opening and closing doors to save on heating and cooling costs. These are very literal, but you have to extract the message out of here. Okay, and we're talking about temperature. Inside, outside. Does your inner temperature match the external temperature? We're talking about regulation, regulating, keeping the temperature regulated. Okay? Not allowing the storm outside to extinguish your fire, your flame, the fire you got going. But being aware of your internal and external environment and how it affects the temperature, how it affects your ability to stay regulated. Protect yourself. care for yourself. Understand how to work with the elemental forces within yourself, the tools that you've been blessed with. My camera's dying. I need to say goodbye. I hope this was helpful to somebody. Much love, much love. Peace to you guys.